What about if people are wondering, what's that noise? Should they
It's
pay
my
attention?
stomach.
It's your stomach. Oh my goodness, your stomach's like very
I'm
consistent.
hungry.
Yeah. Mm.
We know nada, we know nada, yeah, no nada.
We know nada. Here we are again.
What's up, Leonardo Lins?
Oh, why have to tell the world my name? Been trying to keep in secret this whole time.
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
Why?
Why? But why know my name? For what? For what reason? What's the importance
So,
of knowing my
Why
name?
don't you create a nickname?
I know. That's what I've been trying. I just
Well,
have
Leo
not
is your
found it.
nickname, right? Leo is
Is
not
that
your
unique?
name.
Well, yes, it's my name.
It's a nickname.
I have no name. No nada.
I don't have a nickname.
Oh my goodness. What a year has been the past few weeks. Just to change topics because
What a year has been the last
few weeks.
few weeks.
It's been
That's a very deep
crazy,
thought.
right? Like it's been all lots of ups and downs. You guys had your video production for the what's the day? What was that? For the International Dance Day.
International Dance Day. Actually, it was such a cool event.
Mm.
We did online event. Yes.
So
it
what's
was, it was overwhelming.
let's tell people a little bit about what was the event about. The 29th was International Dance Day, and you had the
Yes.
idea.
I have an idea before a long time ago to do this go viral choreography of Shakaboom. Besides that, doing for a good cause, spread to the world that dancing is much better than war, fight, you know.
Dance and music connects
Dancing,
us,
yeah.
brings us together.
Definitely. And that definitely.
Wow, so excited about it.
Yes, I'm so excited because I got
We got a lot of people participating, right?
Yes.
If you guys want to see, you can go to our social media, Instagram and Facebook, YouTube. You can see thousands, of
I don't know about thousands, but
dozens. There you go.
not dozens, more than that. Okay,
Well, oh my God! It's so
let's not
oh my,
go there.
okay. So
It was a lot of people.
let's put like 300 people. Yeah,
Okay, let's say that.
maybe. Yeah,
Let's say that it was overwhelmed.
it was overwhelmed. There was a lot of
excitement, and it's a lot.
a
of
lot on your plate, a lot on your guys' plate, like to plan the
I feel-
schedule of the choreographies because people, you had to contact
everybody.
people from all over the world, like students and instructors,
Instructor, student,
and you sent you
Fans.
you recorded the video, and you send to them so they can learn the choreography. Then they send it back to you, and then you have to plan the schedule and the social media, and that was very overwhelming, right?
Well, let's put it this way. When I decided that I wanted to do this challenge, I was not in a part of consulting everybody. I say I'm gonna do it and see how it goes. In the middle of the journey, you figure out like I need help. I cannot do this by myself at all. So I record the choreography I have in my mind. I record and I say, let's send it to a bunch of people that we know. I know a lot of people. Shakaboom has a lot of fans and students and instructors. And I say, let's put this community together and
Bring everybody together.
bring everybody together.
And for a good cause, National Dance Day, International Dance Day, and the message was
We are one.
We are one, bringing everybody together.
Blue and yellow.
Music, dance, better than war.
Yes.
Of course, I mean,
And in
it's
support.
what brings us together. When we are dancing, when we are
We did in support of Ukraine.
listening
As
to
well.
music, yes, it's something that really brings us together. It removes the differences that we have, and at that moment, for that dance cause, we are one.
And before I go any further, I want to say thank you to everybody that participated.
Participated, yeah.
Everybody that participated.
People are still sending after the event was
Still
over,
sending
still sending videos, and we're
Yes.
still posting. Yeah, so it's awesome to
And
see.
main thing, I have to say thank you so much to Sachiko, because we plan and create a schedule so we can do it on the platform, and we don't have to be waking up doing video by video. For some reason, the schedule didn't go through.
Because the idea was to post a video every hour for 24 hours.
For 24
For a
hours.
day. And of course, we had a lot more videos coming, so we
didn't sleep.
didn't sleep. And but the schedule didn't work, right? The platform, whatever you did with the schedule, was not scheduling, so you have to do a lot of them manually.
Yes. Actually, we did all of manually because
No, some I use schedule.
some of you did
Some was a
use the
schedule, but a lot of it was manually. So
Yeah.
yeah, we apologize for all the people expecting and waiting to see their videos, and maybe they didn't. We posted everybody, but some was a little bit later, and yeah.
So now I'm waiting for the timing and to take a little deep breath, because I'm going to make a compilation of all the videos in one.
Now
So
that would be cool.
yeah, that's
So,
going
like,
to be
everybody together.
cool. Everybody together in one song, and
Oh, that looks gonna
I-
look cool.
that's going to be a lot of work, because you have to synchronize everybody at the same time. You just have the whole song to put everybody there. So yes, it's coming. Not sure when, but it'll come.
Yeah.
Because there was overwhelm, because we got exhausted, and then we have other plans that, not just that was
we
not
have
just
classes
one thing.
going on. We have,
have-
in-person, online classes going on. We have other video projects that we do for or the Shakaboom TV.
Exactly.
So it's a lot on our plates here. I mean, people don't see what's happening behind
No.
the scenes, but it is a lot of.
Besides the podcast, sometimes we don't have
Podcast we
time
do
to
here.
record. We record
So-
into 2:00 in the morning, the weekends, but not.
That's why we are here today, to release all our energies and let you know, and so we can maybe bring some peace to our mind.
The main thing is keep supporting us. That's the most important. Like, if people keep supporting us, we have no desire to back up, like
Yeah,
the
we're gonna
back away.
continue.
You know what I'm saying?
Keep
We
going.
continue, keep going. You know what's frustrating about things is when you doing it, and you like realize that nobody cares. And it's not that you should care what other people think, because you're doing what you love. But at the same time, I really believe in the fact of if you don't see
Results.
that you're touching or results, it's really hard to keep going. I'm talking about in general, business, life
Life.
itself, like friendship, relationship. If you give,
business,
give, and you just like
and there's nothing in return.
nothing in return, which an enlightenment person would be like, I don't need return. Everything is fine.
Well, it's not that simple. Yeah, seems like we all want some kind of feedback, some recognition for what we do.
Yes.
Is there anything wrong about it? Nothing wrong. But we need to be aware that when we don't get that, there will be some frustration, some disappointment, and
You got to be
Right.
okay with that.
it's hard to be okay when we want result. As long as we want some kind of recognition, some kind of result, there will be always some,
Don't we suffer either
Disappointment.
way? I mean, like, if we depend on other people's opinion to move forward, we might as well just don't do anything, because you're depending on others to be able to do what
Yeah,
you
that's the
wanted to
thing.
do.
I mean, we the society we live, we need the recognition and the feedback, the support, because what we do, it supports our lives too, right? Like there's remuneration for, so you do things, and we need money to survive. So it's almost kind of like that, like you need this support, otherwise you
That
won't
would
be able
be-
to keep going.
That would be the reward, the compensation.
Yeah, the compensation, but sometimes too is the psychological pleasure that we get from doing an event or organizing something. The psychological pleasure of someone comes to you and say thank you, or recognizing your value. For a lot of people, that's very important. Even though they are successful financially in the business, they're getting tons of people,
Right.
but they still need that. That, you know.
But do you think there's people that say, I don't care about the thank you, just pay me?
Oh, for sure, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm just going to block. I have no feelings in this. I'm doing because I need the money.
Maybe,
This
but,
is
but
what,
I think it's both. I think it's the two are together: the money and the psychological motivation. But sometimes even the psychological motivation is even stronger than getting paid or getting, you know.
in both ways. It can help you out. It can destroy you too. If you are so connected that you need that kind of reward, like for example, I did something that I thought it was great, and I need that emotion support, and I don't get it. And it can put you in depression too. It can put sinking you down.
Yeah. So, I mean, we should ask ourselves: am I doing what I'm doing for the right purpose, cause,
reason.
reason? Because if the reason is just for to be successful financially,
Right.
or also to just for my ego, to feel good about myself, about doing something. I mean, all of that you need to go and ask yourself, like,
But don't you think it has to be a balance between both? Because in the society that we live
we
today,
need to be remunerated. We need to get paid for
Right.
for the service that we. I mean, right? Most people needs that because
Right.
that's their job. That's what they do to survive, to
Well,
live
even
and
if-
to pay the bills.
when I go to restaurants, when I go, whatever the place that I need to leave a tip, I always really appreciate the great service, and I'm so happy that I can go. Or today I can go more than 20% because I can afford today, and that person really exceed the expectations that I have. Like, it makes my stay here, my time here, much more pleasurable. Yeah, I was really having fun, and in Brazil we don't have the tips. You go to
That
places.
was a few years ago. We don't know. I think things might have changed.
I don't
now.
think so. Still the same.
Still the same.
Well,
Because they have a salary, which is not big salary. It's not like here. I think waiters, I don't know, make a few bucks an hour.
Right.
In Brazil, they have a salary, which is not a big thing,
It's
right?
not good at all.
Yeah, but I feel like some people, if they can, they live tip. But
I do.
Not like here, like people do here.
Yeah, and every time I tip when I go to Brazil, people are like, "Are you sure? Really? Really?" It's like, yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
so things are changing a little bit on that.
and it's the same time when you first come into America, and then you tip. It's like, why? Because you don't know.
Oh yeah, we start asking like,
You don't know any better. It's just like, why?
then we start getting to the culture, and we learn, and because they make certain only a few bucks per an hour, so
Right.
that's their living. They make money by the tip.
Right.
That's all.
And then I don't understand sometimes, like, the motivation of, let's say, bartender, waiters, and it is to provide a good service, a great service. And they know they're going to make more tips. And sometimes you see people in a really, really bad mood, even though they need that. Like, how do you switch that? how you switch. Like something might happen to that
Yeah.
person.
It's interesting. Like that just brings to my mind that, see, we go to a restaurant or any place that we go, and we expect a good service for whoever is helping us, right? And then we see that person sometimes in a bad mood, like not treating us the way we expecting to be treated.
Right.
And all we see is that, like, I'm here, I'm paying, I'm wanted to a good service to be give it to me, and I don't receive it. So I get upset about it and I complain about it. I go to the manager and I don't tip that person well. But we don't start. We don't. Rarely we think about what that person is going through. The person who is, helping us, the waitress is going through. They might have been having a bad day. They might be feeling overwhelmed with so many people that they have to go and attend, and they're not being able to keep up with that pressure. So they get a little stressed.
Or maybe they're dealing with disease.
We don't know.
Yeah, and the family.
Family,
You don't know.
not just disease. Oh, yeah, I
Yeah,
can't
I'm
talk
just
about
saying
disease, but any psychological. Well, maybe they just broke up with a boyfriend or girlfriend. I mean, you never know, right? Any kind of problem. So it's for us to be a little bit more sensitive and not just so egocentric to think, oh, I'm here paying and it's my birthday,
Too quick
it's
to
my
judge.
it's my celebration.
Yeah.
I deserve to be well treated. Sure, you deserve, but
So the
sometimes
person,
think about what's going on.
so the waitress, they need to be well treated too. And it comes both ways.
Both ways, of course. But I feel like it's more for the person who's been sitting on the table to be sensitive to the situation. If that person is not treating well, it's not really because they want to treat you like that. There are things behind happening that we need to be aware and
But the society and the world say, get over it.
get over it. Yeah,
Get over it and do your job. That's exactly what
I'm paying.
everybody says.
I'm paying you. If
Just
you're
get
not paying, if you don't want to be here, let someone who wants treat me well be here.
Yeah,
Right.
we do that.
So there's no sensitivity because I'm only think about my own pleasure, I'm here paying for the service. I'm going to pay a lot of money. I'm prepared to give a good tip. So you better treat me nicely.
We are quick to judge. Like we have no clue.
It's not just quick to judge. We have no really sensitivity.
And sometimes
We're not compassionate, really. We're not like
that's true.
friendly and put ourselves in other people's shoes.
Do you can you feed from the energy of the person? Like, for example, you can see the energy, you can feel the energy of the person. Maybe it's static, it's so excited, or sometimes it's down.
Well, it all depends. Sometimes the person can be acting, especially if you're serving people. Sometimes you can be, your boss say, no matter what, you're in a bad mood, just go there and smile.
But you can't tell.
Yeah, you can tell, but
Because the person is really smiling to you and looking around. It's like, hey, what can I help you? Yeah, oh, sure. You can do, and the same thing, you trying just to be nice to the person, kind of like, yes, thank you so much. And then the person turns around like, ugh, that happens many times. I've seen it. Probably I cannot say that I'm perfect. I've been in situations like that. But I think the main thing for me when I get to the restaurant, I always ask the person name. If the person has a tag on it, I call the person by the name.
Yeah,
if he does, I say, do you not mind me ask your name?
And we've been together, like celebrating and, for meetings and stuff, going to restaurants together. You tend to always ask the person, where are you from?
I do.
Yeah, I mean, I'm wondering, is that a okay question, right? Because sometimes we feel like they have like a different accent, and we want to know where they're from. If they are from here, if they are Americans, we usually don't ask where they're from. But
do.
if they, oh, so you want to know what state
I
they are
just
from?
striking a conversation.
Okay.
You know.
No, I feel like it's more, we ask when they have a different accent. I think it's a normal thing. It's a curiosity. That has happened to me many times. People see that I'm not from here. They see that I have an accent, and they ask, "Where are you from?" Nothing wrong with that. It's just a curiosity, like how people feel about. Do they take? Is there any taking personal? Like, are they asking me?
I
for
think
some...
it depends. I think it depends because when I go to places, the most important thing for me is to make the person feel comfortable with us, liking us, of course, because that way I have a great service.
Because you're also not from here, so when you ask that, they know that you're also not from here. So they'll be willing to tell you like where they're from, and you're gonna tell them I'm also from a different country, and they'll say, "Oh, maybe we are from the same country." Never know.
Or share a little experience. Oh, I've been there. This place is great, and then we talk about, "Oh, I've never been there. I would love to go there." You know, I think that makes the conversation easy. It makes the service easier too for the person, unless you can tell. By maybe 2 or 3 questions that you guys talk back and forth, you understand that the person is into or not, and then you leave it alone. You just say thank you so much. And
actually, it's nice of you, and I appreciate that. Not say this should do all the time, but when you try to have a conversation with someone who is helping you and get to know that person a little better instead of just getting a service.
Of course.
Just being there. Yes, I wanted this, and that. Okay, thank you. And, continue the conversation with whoever is on the table with you. I think that's important to make the person who is serving you welcome and not be so much about just, okay, bring me this, bring me that.
Yeah, I learned a lot just from my own experience, and I learned too because my partner was a waitress for a long time, and I hear stories how the people treat, how's the table, like I heard the stories that people leave the table without even no tip whatsoever, and
that would probably be me when I moved here. I didn't want to leave a tip because, again, it was my culture. It was my. I never left tip when I
think we can be,
and maybe because short on money too. So when you're short on money, it's kind of hard to.
Yeah, but then you don't go there.
So don't go. So that's what they say, right? So if you are short on money, don't even go in places like this.
No.
So I want to have some fun. I want to eat something different.
Share with your friends. Say, hey, I don't have money for tip.
So it's best.
Can I borrow from you?
So you're saying that if to go to a restaurant, you need to be ready to give a tip, right?
You need to ready to.
It's just a question. Not say there's right or wrong, but
yes.
So otherwise, just don't go. Just stay home and buy food in the grocery or go to a fast food restaurant, right?
Yeah, I've seen it. Some movies that people say they're trying to not trick, like I'm not gonna leave a tips, and then sometimes they put a bug on the glass I have an experience that happens to me when I went. I'm not gonna say the name of the place.
Well, yeah, I feel like I know what you're saying. I feel like
know my story.
Everybody has like an experience. You don't have to tell the story, but everybody has experience that find the hair.
Why I don't know? I found a piece of glove.
Glove, see, on the salad.
On the salad.
Oh, goodness.
And then listen, this is interesting because I found a piece of glove on the salad. It was a thumb part, and then I'm like,
"Where's the finger?"
That time I was eating. That time I was eating meat. I was eating chicken. I was like, "Oh my goodness!" All right. So I called the manager and said, hey, I found a piece of glove on my salad. And he'd say, oh, I'm so sorry for this.
Just
to
hope I
happen.
didn't eat the finger.
And no, he didn't say that.
No, you
No.
should have told him. But I just hope.
What
I
I
didn't-
what I remember, I say, what happened? He said, it might be an accident. It just caused by mistake. I say, I hope that guy didn't cut the finger, and I hope I don't have the thumb on my salad.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh no. And then for some reason, I did not want to eat the salad anymore, and I was expecting. He's like, well, I'm not gonna charge you for that salad. He said, well, I said, what you can do here? He's like, well, I'll give you another salad. I say, I don't want another salad. I feel like I don't want to eat anymore. And then he bring a salad and I ate it.
Yeah.
So hope it's not the same batch. And it happens, you know. And there is people that the attitude, you know, taking to the next level, start fighting and let me talk to the manager. Some situations they get the waiters fired because, you know, the bad service and the person is aggravating inside. You know, I'm just bursting up, like I'm having a fit here and I don't care what it is. And you get the waitress fired and that you don't even know that has family, has kids. Maybe it wasn't a bad day.
Of course, you go into a place, you expect, right, a good service. But wow, anyway, why? Yeah, some people like really wants to be treated like a king, a queen. You go to a place.
Well, don't go
yes.
to those restaurants.
No, don't. Let's not just say don't go to those restaurants. But I'm just saying that some people they go to a place and they want that kind of treatment because they spending a lot of money, right? So they expect the person to, you know, look good, charming, talk well, serve you, you know, with excellence. And sometimes if you don't get that, we get upset. So
You throw a fit, you get upset. You
just go there to eat.
send the bad reviews, you know.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah, all of that, right? Like, why do this? Why? Maybe one of us, and many of us, does this all the time. Like to go to places, and if you're disappointed, we go to Yelp or go to some review website and give a bad or good reviews.
what is
It's helpful in a sense when you get good reviews, right? For people who is searching online to see all those reviews, they are more willing to go and go to that place because of the reviews.
Right.
Now, when there are bad reviews,
the
people say that can really hurt you, right? From the good and bad reviews.
let me tell you this. A lot of people doing some kind of jobs they are not happy about it. They're doing just because they need to put the food on the table to help the family. And there's a lot of jobs there that the people do it for the love of the job, but they don't pay well. There's not jobs that pay well. So sometimes they're like, yeah, I have to let it go what I love to do something that's I'm going to make money. Or I thought in one time in my life that I can change it. That, like when we're instructors in Brazil, most of the people that do physical education, they become, they work in schools or the PR, or they work in the gyms by personal training or teaching classes. And the system there works completely different. It's a salary. They get paid very little. And because my father owned a gym before. So in our gym, we start doing the like percentage, like of how many people is in the class. You know, this girl, she was studying medicine and she brings so many people to the class, always pack. So we're doing a percentage for her. And that creates more enthusiasm in other instructors as well. When I came here, I started working at the gym and I become group exercise director. And I figure out that it's like instructors does not get paid at all. It's very little. They're working so hard and it changes a lot of people's life. And a lot of them telling me like, no, I don't need it, that money. I do it because I love. But there's a lot of people that need that money. So I thought about creating a tip jar for the instructors. I say, I'm going to do that. I'm going to change it because the members love it. They can help the instructor. It was a no. I got to like, no, you cannot do that. They're already getting paid.
Well,
And I'm like, well, it's not enough. It's like,
I mean, well, compared to an hour rate that people get paid in, I don't know, McDonald's and any other convenience store, it's higher being a fitness instructor. But who can teach like 8 hours
classes
a day?
Yeah, go teach 8 hours of Zumba a day or
Any
Shaka
other
Boom
class,
or
yeah.
Shaka Bar or any training, physical training. You can do a personal training because you're not doing much. You probably can,
Yeah.
but that's it. You can't
Yeah.
teach 8 hours class. So I thought it was going to be a brilliant idea. I was like, why not? People get tips everywhere they go. Let's get tips here. And it was ideas. The idea was not just my idea. Came from members. They wanted to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I feel some
But-
business, they don't want to do that because it kind of sound like
They are not paying good
Bagging.
enough.
they're not paying good enough. And
Well, that's the truth.
well, the pay is not bad for an hour, but when you teach just 1 hour, sometimes you teach like 3 classes a week.
What-
But let's say that most instructors in gyms, most of them, they have a second job. They treat being a fitness instructor as a
Hobby.
hobby.
Okay.
They say, all of them say, I have a real job. When you hear that, like a real job for someone who lives
Doing that.
doing that,
Like we do.
yeah, no, it's interesting because a lot of people think that being a fitness instructor is not a real job. But,
There's many jobs out there that people say this is not a real job.
Yeah.
That's just
yeah, but anyway, like there was a time that a person that came and said, so here you are, you have no ambition, just having fun, playing the game.
is that said to you?
Yeah, you'll say to me. So just playing the game, just having fun, no ambition, no like what's next in life. You're just gonna be dancing, like shaking.
It must be nice just to be a
Yeah.
person.
No, but you see,
You have no
you see,
ambition?
this person, actually, it's a person that I saw like a few times, and is a person that serves the community, but the person don't see the service that we are providing.
Wow, that's interesting.
They just see like dancing to music and shaking, like having fun. No commitment, no goals, that kind of thinking. But they don't see that we are providing a service as well to the community, keeping the people healthy. A lot of people have, go through depression, all kinds of problems. And when they come to take class with us, we are helping them too, giving a service to stay healthy. So our service might be helping that person who is with us not having a heart attack. Just give an example.
Right,
so
right,
they don't
right.
have to go there and help them.
But they don't see that.
Yeah, they just see as a
Recreational.
recreation, like an artist type of thing, like just going singing. Because also, artist is not a job either, right? I'm just saying, ironically,
Oh yeah, my brother. He's
right?
on theater.
To be a singer or to be an actor is just fun. It's not like a real job. Although the people get millions of doing that, but people don't see it as a job.
I just found it interesting that, like, we're going there, sweat, doing the job, creating, have fun, exercise together, and you get a couple bucks as paying. And then a soccer player.
I guess.
I'm just giving an example. Soccer player which that's what my father wants me to be when I was young. I should have listened to him.
Yeah, I mean,
Because if I'm good to make a goal and I make my team win, I can make millions and millions of dollars.
And if you think about it, it's a bunch of guys running after a ball,
ball.
kicking the ball, like running after each other, and then throw the ball in this net, and then is a glory when the ball is hit on the inside.
Yeah.
Right?
You see
mean-
how many people watch that? You see
Yeah.
how many sponsors there, like
Oh my
TV
goodness.
attention.
Yeah.
And that's what it counts.
I mean, not denigrating or saying anything bad. It's fun to watch. But if you go reading to it, like,
I know.
It's,
Well, everybody wants to see.
It's fun to see I mean, you have to have a ability. You know, you have to be like think quick.
We're
And
not talking about no talent. There is talent.
There's talent.
We're talking about the
whole
irony of what each sport does
And the same thing in our area, we also have to have a good, like memory, I would say, although I don't think I have a good memory, but to remember all the songs and choreographies that we do through the years and being able to, it's very interesting that people that wants to be an instructor, then they sign up for and then they do the training. After they do the first training, how they say, oh my goodness, how hard it is to be a fitness instructor.
Some people the next day, they just want to teach. Oh, I'm instructor. They don't put the effort. I'm just saying that's the same thing
Yes, sure.
in every single area.
Look, if they see, example, us teaching, just bring it to us. When we talk, we instruct, we motivate, we pre-cue the move, we do the dances and all the exercise that we do.
Yeah.
When they do themselves and they see they're not able to follow the instructions, the way that we do, say, how can you guys do that? Like to do the move and at the same time pre-cue, tell what's the next move and all of that. Some people after that they give more value to to be an instructor that they probably didn't think. They probably thought it was easier.
I thought it was easier when I started. I was like, I can do that. Everybody
and
can
you
do
did.
that.
But sometimes
No, I did not. It took me forever. Listen, this woman, the doctor that used to teach the class, she has 50, 60 in a small room. And then she started
50, 60
students in one room in my father's gym, okay? So she started not be able to go to every classes. Has tests. She's always running late, and she's like, Robertson started a class for me, and then I started a class, and then I took over the class. All right, 50 people, start 40, 30, 20, and I end up teaching the class for my best friends, the people that believe in me. They're like, okay, the three of us today, let's do that, and they're like told me, you can do this, you can do this. And there's time that I'm like, oh my God, I'm so horrible. And I remember told my dad, I say, I'm going to go out and I'm going to go to fitness conventions. I want to see other people teaching. I need to learn from other people too. I cannot just learn from this person. I cannot even be like her. I have to find myself, how I'm going to do this. So that's when I start searching how to become an instructor and going to conventions and see so many different styles of teaching. And there is one person that is stuck in my head forever. His name is Murilo Guerra. He's from Petrópolis, Rio de Janeiro. I still in touch with him. And that was the class that I went. The guy teach you telling stories. And that time it was about Mickey and Minnie. He creates a story and that's how he teaches his choreography. And it's so much fun. And you smile the whole time. The energy, the guy looks great. The hair looks great. And he presented himself so good. And he's so charismatic. I was like, I want to be like that. I want to be like that.
Yeah. No, but I mean, anyways, like what I want to say is that every job is valuable. The thing is that most of us, when I say most of us, of course not everybody, but there's people that feels that there is some jobs that are more important than the others.
Yeah.
And for that reason, sometimes the jobs that they think is not so important, it's a recreational thing. They should find something that is more valuable to, to themselves and to their families and to society, to make their families more proud. It's unfortunately, right? Maybe if we were making millions, maybe people wouldn't think that our job is not so important. They should go and study to be a lawyer or to be a doctor and serve do something more honorable. But I feel that it's this hierarchy, the feeling of something that is very important, noble, and the things that are not so important that sometimes make people judgmental about
Right.
career, jobs.
Yeah.
So I feel everything has all jobs has value to, it's contributing somehow to
That's
society.
true. And like in my family, we all are in the artistic side. My brother, he's a actor, he's a director, and he loves theater, and he's really good at it. But because it doesn't give a lot of money, it's because he's not well famous or not bringing, like, doesn't have that what other famous people does. So a lot of even family stuff, why don't you find a real job? Many times. So he repressed himself, like he doesn't complain about anything anymore. He found his stuff that he wants to do it. He always go back around theater and stuff. But, it is a tough business to be, and it's not very appreciated. It's appreciative when you're famous, when you hit like, oh, yes, now here's the big box. And then I think this is for pretty much everything. Not so much for profession like a dentist, doctor, even though you're not the best doctor or the best dentist, you still make a decent money to live. But if you're not the best actor or not the best of the best in some of the jobs, you will not making the money at all.
Yeah. Well, if you're an artist, like an actor in Hollywood, right, you're making millions of dollars, still feel some people think that they're having fun. They're just the lucky ones in life that who got there, or talent or whatever, have a capacity, but they don't feel like it's a honorable service job, right? For a lot of people, honorable is being a doctor, because of course it's helping. Is it helping? Yeah, it's helping people. To be in the army, or I don't want to go to all what people think is honorable. Yeah.
Even though doctor, dentist is an honorable profession, those are the people that I don't want to see it.
Want to stay away.
I want to stay away from all of them, like take care of your teeth, so you don't have to go to the dentist, take care of your health as much as you can, like, so you don't have to go to see a doctor. 'Cause I don't know if I like them when they can help me, but everything is about pills. Here, take this for that, take this for that, and you're going to take that for that. And you can prevent so many things by exercise, having fun.
Exactly. That's my whole point. See, exercise,
Eating well.
eating well. So the service that we are doing is I don't like the word honorable.
Well,
But
it's a real job.
It's a real job. Yeah, it gives actually
'Cause we don't
good
have a
service
real
to people too. Bring them healthy, so they avoid to go to doctors.
Yeah. My cousin, she's a veterinarian in Brazil. And I'm so proud of it. I call her sometimes to get some feedback or some, And we have a very deep conversation. I say, so did you buy your house yet? Everything. That's the questions. You're a doctor. Animal doctors is like Robertson. I'm an animal doctor here in Brazil, and there's no money. There is no money. I do it for the love. What I do, in order for me to make money, I have to really make a contract with big farms where they have a lot of animals. And she's like, I just don't agree the way they treat the animals, and I can't do that.
It just came to my mind now that pets in Brazil is not a big business like here. I don't know about now, but at my time, dogs, they didn't live inside of the house.
No, they're
Pets,
all on the streets.
they're all on the street in the backyard. They have a little house in their backyard. They sleep outside to protect the house. So in Brazil, it's not like here that it's a big business. You have like these huge stores, PetSmart and all the other big stores, making millions, selling
Animal products.
products and even animals. Like we have it, but it's very small store, and people they don't spend
it's
much.
changing. It's changing.
Probably
in Brazil.
changing,
Yeah.
but it's not like here.
It's changing in Brazil.
That's why she's saying that they don't make much money because it's not the same culture.
Well, pet in Brazil is a luxury. Like only people that have money that knows how to take care of them. They know the value of the life of the animal and stuff. But most of it, pets on the street. You see a lot of dogs on the street, cats on the streets, and nobody wants to spend money. And even though, like when I tell my dad's like, oh, I need to spend this kind of money on the dog and stuff. Not that my father is, he's just say, why do you have pets? Why do you have pets? I say, Dad, those are my kids. Those are my kids. I love them. I'll do anything for them.
Yeah. No, I feel like in Brazil it's more we don't make much money. So when you make more money, you can give yourself the luxury to have pets and in a home, but when you struggling to pay the bills and pay for your family, how will you? You
shouldn't have a pet.
You shouldn't have a pet.
Well,
let's change topic. We're going all over the place with the topic. We're going from just like a monkey, from branch to branch.
Well, that's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
And the topic's supposed to be. We had a topic, right? I end up not talking about the topic.
No, because we end up talking about. What are we talking about?
Yeah, we don't even know what we're talking about exactly.
We're done.
All right, guys, this is it. Hope you had fun.
Are we done?
Yes, so.
Well, I'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Yeah. Have a good night.
Peace and love.
Bye.
Bye.